Hello and welcome to episode 69, nice, of Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. And since our first tournament we are going to do involves using Class D cars, I might as well get back into the groove of using a Class D car, because that is what I will be using for the first tournament I unlocked. So I am now going to switch back over to the car I started this whole thing with, the Volkswagen Golf R32, because I figured, why not? And in terms of performance upgrades, have we got any more? The only thing we have are level 3 tyres. You know what? I'll just put those on. So now, we are going to race this thing. But before we do that, I am going to change my rims. I'm going to switch them over to... I think I'll switch over to one of the spinners, just because I want to see what this thing looks like with spinner rims, if possible. Are there any here? Yes, there are. And I will use... what is there? Let's try... Let's try the Davin Revolution 4.1. And as for the tyres, I'll keep those the same. And rim size... hey, we're in Tokyo. I might as well increase the size of the rims whilst I'm here. And as for the tyre profile... and none of these are really available. I'll keep those the same. Tyre width. Yeah, let's go as high as we can go. And as for ride height... no, I won't do that. Okay, I think that's everything. That's probably the only thing I really needed to do. I guess the only other thing I could really do whilst I'm here is put on a decal or something. Just because, well, why not? I will put on some decals and go with something pretty random. Suggestions. Just to at least make this thing look like it does have sponsors. Because why not? Yeah, I'll use Brembo. And I think the fourth slot I'll go with... let's put on Davin, once I can find it. There it is. And last but not least, because this is a bigger sponsor, I'm going to put on... let's go with... you know what, let's go with... yeah, let's go with HKS. Because why not? And I think that'll do it. And I think the only thing I'll really do to change it is... yeah, let's make this black. Just to make it so the sponsors stand out enough. Okay, I think that should be everything from what I know. There isn't really anything that needs to be changed. Actually, on second thoughts, I'll change the colour of those decals. I don't think black is going to work for this anymore. Okay, cool. I'll change the colour, and I'll make it... it's got to be something... you know what? I'll go back to white. just so I can see my sponsors properly. Okay, I think we're done now. I'm done wasting time with customization. Let's actually go out and race the golf whilst we're here. Since I would imagine the...
Look at that right now, mister. So fine, even night driving.
Since I would imagine these races are basically going to be very much class-based. And although I will be getting less money for this, I know the first class tournament I'll be doing is a Class D tournament. Is basically the lowest class of tournament I can do. The Class D tournament. So, I will now use my Golf R32 to basically get 5 more wins on the board. And then once I am done with that, I can basically give this thing the swan song it deserves. And I won't be selling it, because I really do want to keep this thing. So we've got a Dodge Magnum in the field, and I think we've got 2 Lotus Elises from what I can see. So I don't think speed is going to be too much of a problem here. I just need to make sure that I can stay out of trouble. And if I can do that, then I should be okay. Come to think of it, I probably should have used my Chrysler for this. But I decided, well, why don't I just use the car that I started with? It's a circuit race, I have the time. It's not going to take me too long to catch up to the field. It's a pretty significant drop in pace compared to the Lamborghini, but I kind of need to do this so I can get used to the way Class D cars handle again. I am doing this for more things than just Class A cars, in case you either did or didn't notice. I'm doing this for quite a number of things, if I do say so myself. So that is basically what I am doing, more or less. Okay, doing well. And using zone to keep my car under control. As I have a slim lead over the other Lotus Elise, and I go into the median. Because of course I do. But no matter. I will get myself back in the saddle with this thing. Eventually. And keeping myself on the road this time, because I need to, and using zone to drift my way through the corner, and also downshifting so I don't lose too much speed. And right now, things appear to be looking up, because I am currently at 1 with my car. A slow car, admittingly, but it is still a car. And I have won first try, ahead of Ryota. Mika finishes 3rd, and it is Lucius who finishes in 4th.
Yeah, man, cool.
I have won at the East Garden Circuit in my Golf. Now I just have to win the next 4 races I do, where I will be using the Golf. And then after this I will probably be switching over to my Lexus IS300, because that is the best car.
Listen to me for a second. I'm about to hook you up. Dub is running a little private tournament. We're talking real clean ride, friend. You gotta go and win one. But remember, you gotta be in a Class B car to enter.
Thank you, Tomoda. I will make sure to enter that tournament once I eventually get round to it. So one race is down, and we still have 5 to go, as we are now 10% complete with the Tokyo Challenge mode. So far, so good. I am making pretty solid progress, considering this is quite literally my first day back on the job with this game again. Which is a game that I certainly extol for its reward scheme. So things continue to look up, as we are now doing Wharf Docks, and I can see 2 Chevy Cobalts with what I think is a Kawasaki Polesmart, is it? I think that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, on to race number 2 with my VW Golf. And yes, I did need a second to remember what race it was. I am still getting used to being back in the saddle with this game. I am trying my best to remember these things. Anyway, things for now, they seem to be looking up. I may not be getting the best of starts compared to my opponents, but I am able to thread my way back, which is the important thing. And another bonus I get with using a Class D car is that I can take the jump with basically no problems, as long as I don't wind up going the wrong way. Yep, that was pretty dreadful in my opinion. And now all my boost is gone. Well, there goes any chance of me making a streak now. Unless I can somehow get back up to the lead. Although I'm pretty sure I did fuck myself in that one area of road. I don't have the speed to keep up with them. I don't think. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Although it doesn't matter now because I just retook the lead. So on the brakes, using the zone to help with coming away with something decent. I have no nitrous left, so I'm basically vulnerable to the Hornets behind me. I don't have enough speed to hold on, I don't think. But no one is in my draft, so I still take it anyway. I should also mention, we're just outside the Tokyo Tower. But anyway. So this is your finishing order. Myself over Akira, Edub, Wayan, Doobs, and Rezo. And I am pretty sure there were 6 of us. So that is a complete field.
See? I tell you, no problem.
I have won Wharf Docks on my first attempt. You know what? I'll do one more race. things are looking up for me and my golf, as I will do one more race before I record the replay. And my next one is just up the street from here. So I am now 12% complete with the Tokyo Challenge, and I have only done 7 races up to this point. So on we go now to race number 3, Tokyo Traffic. A circuit race where I will win 11 grand if successful. Let's go and get our 11 grand, as I am going up against Mercedes CLS 55s and Mercedes SL 55s. I should have taken that shortcut. Unfortunately, I didn't. But it's okay, because it is a circuit race, which means I have plenty of time to get back into the lead. And that is precisely what I wind up doing now. And, oh, yep, we are battling. He does not want me to keep following him. I have no nitrous left, and I get swarmed. Unsurprisingly. Still, it does kind of suck to say that you can't necessarily drift your way to getting zones. You basically have to more or less wait for it to charge up and then you get it there. Which is understandable, but it's not really up my street when it comes to overall taste. Anyway, things are now looking up, because I have now retaken the lead. And maybe if it's possible, I will be successful in winning this race, since I have now fought back. They fought me hard, but I fought him even harder. And that is why I am now back in the lead. And I go into the... oh, damn it. Why did I figure I was going to go straight into the wall? Yeah, I'm going to hold on to my last bit of nitrous for a little bit. Just in case, because I might need it for the end. And on the brakes, shifting down into second gear so I can make the corner. And I am now back out in front once again, as I use zone to give myself the initial run, and using it again so I make the corner. I'm basically using it repetitively now because I have to. And one corner left, and over the start-finish line. Yeah, 3 in a row over Yoko. Then it was Hayato in 3rd, Weian in 4th, and Miho finished in 5th. And Tomoda now says I am with the big boys. So I have now put together a winning spree, and it's only taken me 20 minutes to get up to this point. what a difference changing cars can make, or just changing vehicles in general, to something that's a lot slower and easier to control. But I figured it was at least worth it for me to, well, showcase the Golf one last time. I don't think it's quite fast enough for the Class D tournament, and I already do have 2 options over what car or vehicle it is that I plan on using for that. But the Golf I don't think is gonna be under my suggestions list. I have thought about it, but I just figured instead, why don't I just take my Golf to Tokyo, give it a send-off, and basically that's what I'm doing here. I probably could have changed the vinyl as well, but in all honesty, I didn't really think about changing the vinyl though. And in all honesty, the vinyl is fine just the way it is, so I'm gonna stick with that. My neatly powered Golf R32 has now propelled me to 3 wins in a row, which I believe is the longest streak I've had with a single car in this game. I don't think it's going to go any higher than 3 in a row, if I know this game, because this game will inevitably throw some curveballs at me, and if it's raining, then that's basically where I can kiss my win streak goodbye, because I know this game. It will not allow my win streaks to last, even if I do get a streak going. This game will do whatever it takes to remove that from me, even if I do get on a winning spree. I really thought for sure I was going to have to reverse there to get my car out of that pillar, I think is what that was, or out of the car park entrance, but apparent as it might be, I didn't have to, because the car somehow got itself moving again once I hit the gas. Okay, I think that'll do it now. I think we've gone long enough for this replay now to get 1 or 2 decent shots. I'm going to leave that as it is. So 3 races down. And the unbeatable street racers are back again. But now, I just have 2 races to go. Here, with my Golf R32, and after 8 races I am now 14% complete with the Tokyo Challenge mode. 2 races to go with my Golf R32, and I should mention it's raining, which means my win streak is basically gone, because I know what the rain does. Just taking a sip from my bottle, and now here we go. I'm going to assume the cops must be close by, which is why that guy basically sprinted onto the start-finish line. I guess it must be the tyres that has more or less made my winning look easy at this point, but I know it's not going to last, because since we are now in the rain, this is basically going to be where my win streak ends. Unless I can somehow stay out front long enough and not give myself some sort of catastrophic... I just jinxed myself, didn't I? some sort of catastrophic error in between. And on the brakes, also turning in to the corner, and also on the brakes there for a moment, well, basically lifting off the throttle there for a moment so I could make the corner, because I know it's not worth it for me to go flat out through a corner where I know it's not possible for me to go flat out. And now we are on the train tracks. Hopefully a train does not show up and absolutely drill me. Well, I avoided the train. Unfortunately, I could not avoid the inevitable mistake. But at least I can say my acceleration is helping me keep up. Yep, that went very poorly, as I would have expected. But whatever, I'm still in it. I'm not out of the woods yet. I am definitely going to get a shot here to make it 4 in a row. And surprisingly, I do make it 4 in a row. This game basically threw absolutely everything at me to make sure it was not possible for me to win this race, but I kept pushing, I kept going as fast as I could, and at the end of the day, my acceleration beat the luxury sedan. So Zan finished in second, then it was Rio in third, and it was Hiroki who finished in fourth.
Yeah, man, cool.
Oh, okay. So we had a Chevrolet Corvette, a Nissan Skyline, and a Lotus Elise in that race. Nice. So that is now 4 race wins in a row. Is it possible for me to make it 5? I am highly doubtful of that. But I did make it 4 in a row, so 5 in a row might be possible. Or could be possible. As long as I don't make a total tit of myself. You know what? I'll just get on with this. It's right in front of me. I'm also going to win some pretty big cash if I enter it, so why not? We are now doing Temple Circuit. The 5th and final race which I am doing in my VW Golf GTI, as I have got some Corvettes and a Lotus Esprit. Sorry, 3 Corvettes and 2 Lotus Esprits to deal with. And also 2 ambulances right at the start. Understandably so, I might add. So, yeah. It would also help if I could stop running into the traffic. That would also help me out. I should have never done this race. I honestly wish I'd never done this race. If I actually knew just how completely fucked over my competition was going to be, I probably never would have done this. I mean, these cars are clearly way out of my league. But yet I'm basically trying to prove it's possible to do this because I think I can do it. And at this point I'll be amazed if I do manage to do it. Because I have come close and yet I have come up short. I was prepared to let that one rip if it was going to work, but unfortunately it didn't. As much as I am really trying to just get myself out there. This is probably going to be the hardest I've worked for a single race, because it's literally a Class D car going up against Class B cars. That's basically just how outmatched I really am in the long run compared to the rest of these guys. They clearly have a lot more power and speed than what I have. I'd say my car at best is probably giving off maybe 400, and yet those cars, they're basically giving off what I think is in the range of about probably 600. That's just how overpowered I think my competition is. But I'm in it to win it, so regardless of how long it takes, if it is possible, I will try. If there is any glimmer of hope for me to give it a try, then I will. And it might be possible this time around. Okay, it's definitely possible. Got there eventually. I think that probably took me, 6 tries to get it right, and then eventually, once I did get it all together, I was actually throwing a bone. So I beat Miki to the line by 5.5 seconds, then it was Ryota who finished in 3rd, followed by Shota in 4th, Ryo 5th, and it was Atsushi who finished in 6th and last.
What'd I tell you, friend? Ain't nothing to be scared of.
And I'm now up to 362,800 credits. Jesus Christ. That is a shitload of money, is what that is. Jesus Christ. I did not think I was going to win that much money. But there we are. And I've made some really good progress here today, because I have now made it to 17% completion. And I did that in the course of just under 2 hours. Doing 10 races in just under 2 hours. And next time, I think we're going to get on with our first tournament here in Tokyo, because we have the Ginza tournament. So, next time on Midnight Club 3, the first tournament, more specifically, the Class D tournament in Tokyo.